to another episode of Stationeers. And today I think what we're going to try and do is get some Constantan so that we can make some upgrades for our printers and things like that, and make a nice mining tool and all of those kinds of stuff. Now, the other thing I've done is I have separated off the power here. So this is now off the main power grid rather than chaining through that one there, which was not a very good way to do. So we can isolate this, but it draws from the main power grid, and that's pretty much all I did. We need to. So one thing we do need to do is we need to have a drink, and we need to open, I think, it's our last can. Our last food can. So then at some point we need to start thinking about a little habitation, a little habitat where we can live and cook food and all of those kinds of things. So that would be nice. Yep, our last can of soup, 51 hours. I think I will keep it in here. Oh, well, we can't fill ourselves up, but that's okay. All right. Let's have a look at the atmosphere in here. Where are we looking? So 29 moles, 99% oxygen, only 1% CO2. So actually, the system's to CO2 much quicker than I thought it would. Wow. That has chomped through the original CO2. So we're going to have to do something about that. Let's just check that these are all happy. Yeah, these are all happy. So there is enough CO2 for them. I'm not sure what to do when there's no CO2. I haven't got that. We've got that far before. Anything in there? Oh, okay. Got something in there. Well, mushrooms. Mushrooms are all good. There's nothing in distress though, so we're just going to leave everything be for the moment. But yeah, at some point we're going to need to work out how to replenish the CO2 in this space. Temperature is okay for now. Okay. That's for another time though. Everything seems okay for the moment. So let's have a little look at this furnace that we built. That was looking good. So, first thing I want to do before I use this in anger is I want to get some kind of monitor in there so that we can keep the pressure in that space at some value that we set. So we are going to need a sensor, gas sensor, to go inside. We are going to need an active vent. So it's got anything in it. Iron, gold, and copper. So some gold. We are short on gold. Have I got any gold? No, I have not. Made it all into electrum. That's frustrating. I've got gold in other machines, but I don't really keep taking in and out of all the machines. Yeah, we are short on gold for sure. Okay. There you come. There's some gold somewhere, if I'm honest. Right. That in there. Iron. Made some iron. There's some iron. How long is in there now? Okay. An active vent. A passive vent, which I think I might have. There we are. Passive vent. And I've got insulated pipes, so that's fine. Wires. Yeah, so that's good. Let's turn this off. Okay. So, I'm going to take off the window. I'm going to place a gas sensor inside. Can go anywhere. Let's put it somewhere near some cabling. No, can't go there because of the pipes. Nope. It's fine. It actually doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm huffing about this so much. Let's put it there. Okay, and then we need to hook that into some cabling somewhere. Let's poke it out the side. And that. Next we need the active vent. It's going to have to go in here somewhere, so I can place that. I think there is probably good. We want the other way around. That should be okay. Active vent. That's going to go to a passive vent, so I'm going to find a place to put that. I don't know if we'll get away with putting it in the corner of here. No. Helpful. So I'm going to put it on the back here. Because I want to read cycles. Oh, dear. Where shall we put this then? Oh, this is terrible. Right, let's. I don't want to make a mess of this. I just took the iron out of here, didn't I? I didn't. That's okay. Nope. Iron. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It's probably not going to let me put it on the corner here, so I'm trying. I'm going to instead put it on the back. So let's go around one. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of for these now. Okay, so get some more of that. Insulated pipes. Steel and silicone. Steel. Silicone. That run for a minute. So yeah, we just need to hook it up to there, so that shouldn't be too difficult. We also need to power that somehow. Where's the nearest power? Nearest power is down here. Floor, yep, so that's okay, that's nice and easy. Let's make slowly, don't we? Let's see, is that enough? Might be. Yeah, it's enough. Right. And so let's turn that off. Let's run some power. Hook in there, in there, and there. We want that inward, so it pumps out from this space. And then we need some chips, so we're going to want, oh dear, we want 4, so we're going to want a memory, a compare, a reader and a writer. Yeah, so we need 4 those. Can we just stick down here? We've already got our, yeah, lovely. Okay, that should do. So 4. Chip. So I want a memory chip to hold our okay. See. Okay, so 1 memory chip. That will hold our value that we're going to compare against. We want a reader and a writer. Okay, and then we want to compare. So that is a processor. Awesome. Okay, so this is going to be a reader. This is going to read the value from the sensor that we just put in there. Okay. And the writer yeah, that should do it. Is going to pass the value to our vent there. And that's just going to make sure that we don't ever overpressure the inside. Right, so we need to find some power from somewhere. That can come along from here, I think. I have enough of those. Some more in a minute. That's all right. Yep. Oh. Okay. We need to make some stackers and stuff. Got some base improvements to do. Still haven't made that tool machine. Really needed it yet. Luckily. Okay. That one, let's do one more. That should do. Okay. There we go. So they are now powered. I also need to be able to send that back out to the machine. That's weird. That's weird. I think I made the wrong. I think I just put the wrong one in here. Four-way. Yeah, it's a four-way. I don't want a four-way. There. Okay. Next, we're going to put our compare unit in. Let's do it that way around. Oh, hang on. There we go. Logic compare. It's going to look ugly, isn't it? Okay. Let's go there. I didn't need to do that. Let's take that back up. Compare. So logic compare. Let's get the power from there. The output's going to have to go back around the top. Oh no, but it's going to have to... No, yeah, no, the output's going to go to the logic writer, isn't it? So let's... I don't think there's a neat way to do this. So I think I will put it there. After all that, put it there. And so, power's going to have to come from somewhere. We'll work that out in a minute. So, this is going to compare from the logic reader. Okay. So that's going to be one input. Where is that input? That input is just there. That. The output. That's the output. It's going to go into there. Memory. Oh, right. big zero this. Memories never, they always go in somewhere weird, don't they? Put that there. Okay, and then we just need to get power to it, and that's going to end up looking really ugly. Brilliant. Oh, I haven't got enough cables for it. Oh dear. We are absolutely not. There must be power to do this. Yeah, it definitely is. Hang on. Okay. So we've already got this. Just hook it up to power there and see if we can do it that way. Hook it up to power there. Compare. But give it a bit of space. Do I need to give it a bit of space? Oh, this is horrendous. Let's put there. No. No. Okay, run it along there. Let's try that. Yeah. But then the output's like miles away from anywhere. Oh, this is infuriating. But if I do that way. No, because then the memory won't connect. Hang on. We're going to get there in a minute, and it'll be okay. Let's... So that'll come around. That'll come... Do you know what? I give up. There. Okay, this is an input, so we shall input it. This is the output, so we should just do it this way. Because life is too short. Just go on that rack there now. I think it probably does. Swap that, take that. Well, that was a debacle. There. Nonsense. There we go. That'll do. Okay. Everything's got power. Everything's got its inputs and outputs connected. Yeah, we're good to go. Right, so we want a screwdriver. So this is going to come from the gas sensor. And we are going to look at temperature. And input 1 is going to be the logic reader. Input 2 is going to be the memory. And out is going to be, so if the pressure in there is greater than the pressure I set in the memory, then we want to output yes. Logic writer will output to the there's only one active vent. There it is. It's going to write whether it's on or not. It's going to take that from the compare unit. There we go. So we just have to set the pressure in here. And I'm not going to click a million times to get that. Oh, I've got it on me. I remember I put it in my... So let's open up that. There it is. No, that's not right. Here. So I want to set it to... we don't need to be heaps of pressure in there, so let's just say if it's ever over 8 million, 8 megapascals. And let's just check that. So that is reading... Oh, the wrong thing. So let's fix that. We actually want the pressure. There we go. So that's reading, so it is 1.9. Ah, okay, so that's in kilopascals, so this needs to be 8,000. Okay. 8,000 kilopascals. Back. So that's 8,000. Comparison to state is 0. And that is off. Okay, but if that ever rises above 8,000, which was 8 megapascals, then it will vent out the room until it is no longer. Okay. Ooh, that took more effort than it should have done, sorry about that. So now we can do that, and we don't have to worry about. Okay, right, let's go drink. We need to drink after that.
Pressure critical. Temperature critical. Oxygen critical.
And get some more fuel. And we shall pump in the fuel until that's empty. Put a gauge on there, couldn't I? That's not a bad idea. Oh, I'll do it later. Yeah, that's empty. Turn that off. Okay, refill that, get that refilling, because you never know when you might need some welder gas. Okay. So, we are going to try and make some Constantan. So we need copper and nickel, half and half. Copper, oh that's nickel and copper, there we go. Nickel and copper, close that. We are going to open the fuel dynamite, fuel in there. That equalised to about 200, that's good enough I think. So yeah, we do definitely need a bit more work doing to this. Let's fire it. And there we go. So we have got 6.5 megapascals, 2,000. So we're inside the temperature range. That's fine. So let's throw our. Oh, I'll tell you what we could do. We should probably do that. Actually, we need the hash. So we know when it's actually ready to come out. Let's make one of those quickly. Grab a sheet of glass quickly. That in there. On. It's coming from the furnace. Okay, so that would tell us when the furnace is ready to throw out. What we can't see is what's actually in there in the meantime, but we'll have to live with that. So let's try and remember. Our copper in, and our nickel in. Okay, so they will melt down. Eventually we'll get some Constantan, but we need to up the pressure to 20 megapascals. So that is what this pump is for. Let's do it full. It's going to start pumping. So the pressure here, we need a gauge there as well, don't we? That looks like it's all melted. Let's monitor that pressure. So it's a 13. Oh. Right, let's let it in. So that will let it into the. That's going up. Good. So it's got to 20. Still good for temperature. Don't know if we're going to get there. It's going to take a while though, isn't it? Because we just don't have. So yeah, we still need to prime a bit more into there, don't really think. It's okay, we can always try again. And we'll just keep cycling it until we've got enough reservoir pressure. That's not going up very fast at all. It's just got nothing to... yeah, okay. Let's stop that. Suck it all out. Back into the reservoir. And we'll just do a few more cycles of fuel. It's a bit slow to fill. We also need, because it's going to be going round and round in a bit, so I'll turn that off. And we'll wait until it has. The reason I don't really want to put in some gas from the atmosphere is I don't really want to lose the temperature, because we've worked quite hard to build the temperature with the fuel. So let's pump all that out of there. That's empty. Let's go set it refilling. I think we're running a bit low on gas, fuel gas. Okay. Just waiting for that to empty out. So I can see what the pressure is inside. Okay, that's all good. I wonder if it's worth pressurising that as well, actually. A bit more. Maybe. We see the temperature fluctuating a lot. It's not actually, it's pretty stable. But that would be one thing that we can think about doing. Okay, so let's let some more fuel in. Fuel in. More fuel in. Which I was sucking that straight back out again. No, you silly fool. Let's try firing that up. We might have gotten away with that because pressure in this here, 700. It's not quite right for that. No, I don't know. We might have lost a bunch of fuel there. That's okay. Yeah, let's see. Go in there. No, not too bad. Just only a tiny little bit of unburned fuel there.
Filter low.
Right, what are we doing? Oh, we just turned that off. I've forgotten what I'm doing now. Just turned that off. Yeah, good. And so now to keep pumping that out. Yeah. There's hardly. Oh no. Why is there some CO2 in there? How did that get in there? How bizarre. Must have, I don't know, we'll see. Right, that'll go in now. So let's turn that off. Definitely put some digital valves and buttons for that. Turn that off. That should now be pressurising. It is pressurising. That's quite a lot of pressure actually. And I think it's actually fired too. No, I think we made a mess of that. It's very hot in there, but there's very little pressure. Isn't that funny? Yeah, we made a mess of that. It's okay. I think that possibly... I don't know. I do not know. So let's make sure it's fully empty this time. So we should go and get some more fuel. Oh, we need to put some more potatoes in the potato machine before it runs out. That there, turn that on. That on. And around it all goes. There we go. Turn it back off. Okay, what we do? We're getting some fuel. Let's get some. We're up. No, we're out of fuel. Not going quite to plan. Should be enough. We don't make a pig's lick of it. It's very hot in there, and I wonder if that's... I mean, that's unusual to me. That seems strange that that's so hot. Let's keep going. Get it all the way down. This back in. More fuel. I'm starting to wonder if maybe this isn't quite such a good design for a... I'm very curious that stays so hot. Even when that's gone. Well, we'll worry about that. That should be empty now. So it'll be running out of some oxygen. Wow. Okay, right, that is now empty. So let's turn that off. I want that in a minute, I don't know what we can do that. So it gets in the way. Okay. So we're going to let the fuel in. Set the fuel in. We're going to wait until that is... It's quite a lot of pressure, 1 kPa. Okay, good. 1 meg. Ooh, 1 megapascal. Well, that's nice. Might explode in the face. Right. So lots of pressure. Lots of pressure. I reckon it's quite hot, but I don't believe it. Is it not firing? I think it's got something to do with that. Let's take the glass off the front. Look inside. It's got plenty of everything. Both off. Let's put the glass back on. Broken to me. Not sure. So if I turn this on, because we've got quite a lot of stuff in here. Still don't think it's going to be enough. I don't know what happens if... Oh, it's daytime, can't do that. I wonder what happens if I just shove a bunch of fuel in. We'll try that when the sun sets. Yeah, the temperature's up. All that stored gas is fine, but we just can't get the pressure up because I haven't got enough in there. I can't get enough in there because I can't seem to be able to fire it at the moment. Very curious. Curious indeed. What's actually in this thing? So that's full now. Let's turn these things off. So off. To link those together really. And that away, put that away, get that. Put it back in there, it's fine. Okay. Oh, that's going in. 13. Oh, I wonder if it's because it's got stuff in it. That could be it, couldn't it? Won't fire because it's full of stuff. Forgot that was in there. We're not far off there though. Still short on pressure up there. Not going to get there this time around. We're not going to get there. Okay. Now that I've just remembered that our stuff is in there, let's stop that. Let's just see what's actually going on here. Let's turn that off. Let's empty it. Let's also empty that. Okay. I wonder if that's got something to do with the fact that it wouldn't. Just in case I get a storm. Lose it. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's have another think. So, close that. Pump up the fuel. We've got lots of fuel going. It's nearly down. Struggles with the last dregs though. If not, we've got a little while before
Filter low.
end of the day. It keeps complaining about that. Interesting. They're running down quite quickly. Okay, right. So that should now be empty. It is. Put it back in the machine. Put some more in there. Okay. Now, if we... It's a worry, isn't it? Okay, so we've got 1.6 megapascals fuel in there. That would definitely overpower that. Probably blow my face off, so let's turn that off. Let everything settle. I wonder if I should replace that. I think I might try replacing that with... So that's got some nice cold fuel inside. What's the display telling me about it? Weird. There we go, right, okay, that's fired. Still not much pressure, but then we didn't have much gas in there. That's definitely pressure, that's definitely fired. Yeah, we didn't have much gas in it, did we? Let's get some gas in there. Let's chuck that in. Just leave this open. So that drops some of our temperature. But got plenty of temperature. Let's get some gas in there. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's Yes, and that's correct. I panicked for a second there. I thought I'd made some random weird alloy. Okay. Silver. Should be another one of those. No, there it is. Lead. Oh, that doesn't smell. I wasn't sure about that. I've never done that before. Let's put that there. Okay. Let us also do believe. Yep. Here we go. Yeah, we've lost lots of temperature there. That's okay. We can get that back from our. I feel like that would be wrong. Okay, let's chuck that in there. Okay. So what's that? That's so I have to put that there. You. There. So use some of it. I wasn't aware of that. I'm a bit stupid. Okay, we'll set that in a minute. Iron. Okay. Don't think there's anything in the machine. There's not. We've got 9 megapascals of stuff there. I reckon that. We're trying to get to plenty. We don't have the temperature, but that's now going back up in our reservoir. Okay, this is all good. Let's put that in there. Put that in there. Put 16 megapascals. We're going to make it. Yeah, I think we might, you know. It might be a bit slow. But eventually. Got the temperature. We're squeaking. I don't know. It's not gonna happen, is it? Come on. Yes. Where's the button? I've lost the button. Okay. I am pretty happy with that. That's it's not perfect. We definitely need to fill up more stuff here by putting all sorts of other rubbish in there. I think I might do it with the coal actually. That seems to work quite well. Keep just throwing the coal round and round and round until we get lots of pressure. I think that'll work. Thanks very much for watching. And I will see you next time.